Hey friends, I'm back after hanging out with my family over the Christmas holidays, and I have the mother of all videos for you today. This is a multi-week, over the course of 2 months project to turn our basement rec room into a super special and safe sensory room. Here we go.
So this is the basement right now. The carpet is gone, the couch is gone. My little zone, I need to take everything off the shelf and take the shelf down. I probably should just do like a general tidy up, but I think a lot of whatever's on this wall is just gonna have to chill for now. Because I wanna start with this wall. This wall's gonna be white. This wall's gonna be chalkboard to the edge, and then from here around to here is gonna be white. And then this is going to be white. And all of this needs to come down. I'm going to put stuff just in one of these bins for now. I need to clean up there. I need to patch all of these lovely gouges that the cats did. Wonderful. Everywhere. Yeah, and then patch the holes from when the shelves come down. So let's get to it before the bean wakes up.
So Peter and I had this plan in our heads for a while, and we figured a Christmas gift for the three of the boys would be kind of like the perfect execution point for it. And because I'm off, and my bean actually sleeps in his crib, I have time during the day where I can work on stuff without having to also watch him. So I got a lot of work done down here, prepping, painting, everything. It was a ton of work, but the end result is super duper worth it, and the boys have used the climber that we end up putting in pretty much every day since Christmas, like that we've been home. They have been climbing. I say they, mostly Casper's been climbing because Felix takes him a little while to warm up to new things, but he's actually stood on the climbers, so I mean, we're making progress. But the prep that went in is just crazy.
You guys, I'm pretty sure they did like a spray and pray. Look at all of these holes. Did they literally just keep jamming it in, hoping that they would hit a stud? Like, it's called a stud finder. You don't have a stud finder? Knock on the wall. Also, like, that's right there. Also, there's a corner. Measure 16 inches out. It's not rocket science. It's construction. So I made a huge mess. I'm just gonna dust off the top of the old Cricut. Maybe just go on my desk. I don't know. And then I guess we'll start patching the 500 million holes that I was not expecting to have to patch. Also, doesn't it look like I'm telling a spooky story? The spooky story is that my wall has a lot more holes than I thought it did. I did not sign up for this.
I got the old spackle out, my little spatula, and I went through and I patched all of the holes. Dad, if you're watching this, don't look too closely. I know I did a little bit of a messy job, but I sanded it down. It's fine.
Okay, so all of the drywall compound is on. Yeah, it's almost lunchtime. So I'm going to go wash off my little spatula thing, and I'm going to go warm up my cheddar and broccoli soup that Peter made before the bean, hopefully before the bean wakes up. I know that some areas like here, a little bit messy, a little bit chonky, but I'll tell you what, it's because it's like a quick dry formula, and I kept finding more areas that needed to be filled, and I feel like I have to sand it anyways. So before I paint, I need to prime. So I might go and get like a small, like the same size container of like a good primer and get them to tint it dark gray so that I have an easier time covering with the chalkboard paint, and then I might only have to do 2 coats. I think that would be a good idea.
So the girl at the hardware store actually managed to set me up with a less expensive primer that was still really good coverage, and she tinted it black. So it is like black as black can be, matte finish, and it actually looks super cool even before I put the chalkboard paint on top of it. So once I had this wall primed, at least the first coat of 2, I was really excited because even without the rest of the walls being painted white, it just looked so like cool. It just looked so classy, and knowing it was going to turn into a chalkboard wall for the kids was just super exciting. So it was a process. I'm a messy painter. I'm the first to admit it. I suck at painting. I suck at cutting in. And stupid me doing this, and then remembered we had those like things with the, I don't even know what they're called, the things with the wheels on them, and like the paint pad where you like dip the paint pad in the paint and then you like line it up with either like your baseboard or your ceiling, and you just like wheel it across the top. So I found them after the fact, and then some of the walls with the white paint, I used it, and it went so much freaking faster than cutting in with a paintbrush. I don't know how people do it with a paintbrush. It sucks, but we got there.
Painting with dark colors is like painting your nails with dark nail polish. It's very hard to stay tidy. Don't look too closely.
See, it's already looking super cool, and this is just like the first coat of primer. Yes, I am aware that I have dust all over my bum with my black tights, and do you want to know what? I don't even care, because this is a messy job, and it was my job to get it done. So I am wearing my old university hoodie, which has become my like messy painting hoodie, and I think I destroyed probably like 3 pairs of tights during this entire process, but you know.
It's especially a problem considering this ball's going to be white, or like light colored. Ceiling splooge, whatever. We'll deal with that later. Oh my god. Okay. So that's coat 1 of the primer, of the tinted primer. It's looking very good. Again, don't look too closely. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with my progress today. I'm going to put a plastic bag over this paint because I think I will do another coat of primer. Because A, I have it, and B, what else am I gonna do with it? The answer is nothing. I have nothing else I can do with this black primer. So I'm just gonna bag it up for now. I don't think I need to do another like round of cutting in, but I'll wait until it's dry and I'll see. But otherwise that's pretty much it for right now. I have to wait for it to dry before I can do anything else. I don't know if it's gonna be dry and me do another coat before Augie wakes up, but we'll just play it by ear. So stay tuned, it's happening. So Peter has taken the TV down and he's taken all of the plates off the walls. He and I moved his cabinet out of the alcove here. I did the first coat of chalkboard paint last night. It's a little bit streaky, but you know, it's the first coat, so I have everything ready to go down here. I just need to pour the rest of the chalkboard paint in the tray and give it one more coat now. And then I'm going to try and tape off. I'm going to start painting here because I don't really have to prime anything. So I'm just going to tape off this area along the baseboard, I think. I'm going to be mixing these, I think these 2 paints. This one. So this is just bright white. And this is, I believe, Spun Cotton is the name of it. So if you're curious. Spun Cotton. Okay. Bean ate and played and chewed on a Mum cookie and didn't gag and puke, so that was exciting. I folded some laundry. Then we went to pick up the shelves that are gonna go on that wall right there. There's just 2 little ones for books. And now Bean is back down for a nap. So fingers crossed he has like at least another hour and a half. That'd be amazing. I've made myself another coffee. So I am going to mix those 2 paint colors, I think, now. Like we'll shaky, mixy, and kind of see where the world takes us.
I managed to get this one section all cut in, and I think rolled out with 1 coat of the paint before Augie woke up.
Hello, friends. It's been some time. I chopped off all my hair. Not me personally, like my hairdresser did. So we have been plugging away at the basement for some time. Well, I went to the hairdresser's last night. So I'm filming this, it's December the 1st. So crunch time is upon us because Christmas is literally like basically 3 weeks away. And this is not done yet. But I will be making progress. Felix does not have program today. Normally Tuesdays and Thursdays I take him in the morning to London for his program. But the lady that runs his program is at a conference today. So I asked if he could go to daycare. Our daycare lady was like, sure. So Peter took him to daycare this morning. Augie's down for a nap. I just put our baby swing out on the front porch because somebody is coming to pick it up in the next couple of minutes. So that's lovely. I sold that on Facebook Marketplace. It's the end of an era. It makes me very sad to see it go, but I'm not having any more babies. And Augie doesn't use it. So we don't need it anymore. It should go off to somebody who can make use of it. Anyways, so while I was at the hairdresser's last night, first, all my long hair is gone, but the difference between the underneath, the undercut, it's basically negligible now. The back is all the same length, so there's no really short bits underneath. While I was at the hairdresser's, I asked Peter if he would just move my desk. So my desk is very much moved away from the corner. We're kind of half into the room. Oh no. My neighbor is having a very rough go. Her kids are all sick. And I feel that because we just got over everything. Anyways. So Peter moved my desk and I asked him to sand here where I patched the holes from the shelf that was up. And I just wanted him to prime, because this one I'd already sanded. I wanted him to sand and prime this one and prime that one. And then I said, if you're feeling generous, you can start cutting in or whatever. But don't feel obligated because this is stuff that I can do. It's fine. So he went out of his way to start cutting in, only to realize he was cutting in with primer, not paint. Which, over here, because I haven't painted anything, is not a big deal. But he went and he did some cutting in touch-ups on the walls I've already painted. So I have to go over them again with the paintbrush, in all the edges and stuff, because I can't easily tell where he's cut in with primer on the big section I've done. On the little wall, it doesn't really matter because it only had one coat of paint anyway, so it needs another coat. If not 2 more coats. Yeah, so that's where I am. So I'm going to start there because if I can get all of that painted, then all of this stuff can get shoved back in that corner. I'll have more space to work. I need to tape off in this corner here just so none of the paint gets onto the chalkboard wall. And I need to prime also. Maybe I'll do that first actually, so it is time to try. I'm not sure. I need to prime and paint the inside of the window sill. So the flat part at the bottom, because I patched up where the cat scratched it, it needs to be primed first before it can be painted. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that first. I might try and tackle the big stuff. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and show you my sweet new do. And continue progressing on the basement and get as much done as I can before Augustin wakes up from his nap. So let's get to it.
Oh, look, she's painting again. It's something new. But don't worry, it's getting better. It's coming.
Holy crow, you guys. I am sweating. Look at these rosy cheeks. Okay, Bean's just waking up from his second nap. He actually did pretty good. I'm going to say probably an hour, hour and a half maybe. This section is done. I'm not doing any more over here. It's coated enough. This has got 2 coats on it up until maybe a foot from the end. I've run out of time and I don't want to pour out more paint. There's a couple touch-ups that need to happen just because with that little thing and this style of ceiling, it's really hard to get it right up there. I'm going to turn you around. Otherwise, this wall has a single coat. I need to fix the tape here. I haven't done anything. So this wall's got a single coat on it. You can see it's pretty patchy. And this wall has a single coat on it as well, top to bottom. So it's gonna dry now, it's gonna chill. Truthfully, I don't know if I have enough paint to do an additional coat on both walls. I probably have enough paint to do a coat on the short wall or the little wall. So I might try and do that tonight and then see what I'm dealing with. And then probably have to go to Home Depot tomorrow to get them to paint match or color match this paint because it's a mixture of 2. But anyways, I need to go because Bean is waking up, so we'll keep working at it.
I decided I was sick of painting on this day, so Peter painted and primed and painted the windowsill. December the 4th. We are making progress. I am conditioning the chalkboard wall. You have to paint it and do however many coats you're doing, and then you let it sit for at least a week, and then you go over it with like the side of chalk and you like rub it all in, and then you have to leave that for at least 3 days, and then you can wipe it all off. So it is now ready to be decorated. And we are now on to some of the finishing touches. I'm moving all the costume downstairs, so I put up a bunch of 3M hooks while Peter was plugging away on the climber.
Yellow.
Yellow, yellow.
There it is. The hardware. The hardware we've been looking for all these years.
Does it look like it's going to be pretty easy to put together?
Yeah. Multiple like little parts and stuff, but not bad. Can I offer you a drink?
Have a drink, 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 have a drink, drink, drink.
Have a drink on Christmas Eve.
Maybe next year, but probably not.
What?
I said maybe next year, but probably not.
What? Pardon?
Pardonnez-moi.
So the supervisor is on the case and will be helping us to build the project. Logging. Pull up.
No bum crackles.
Or wear a bodysuit. Okie dokie.
So right now we're just doing like a temporary. So it's not actually like, it's not level perfectly. Only I think 1 foot, that foot is touching. But we're doing a dry fit so that Peter can map out on the floor where the, I'm having word finding problems, to map out on the floor where the crash mats are gonna go. I got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. Also, disregard all of the cat splotchies all over the floor. They keep nibbling the Christmas tree, and then it makes them have upset tummies. You and you. Mostly you.
Even. Nope. Alright.
Augie, you're not going to tell anyone, right? What's going on down here? You're not going to spoil the surprise and tell your brothers? No? Well, that's good.
I got these shelves off of Facebook Marketplace. It's just the IKEA picture ledges, the shorter length option, and we have 2 of them. They're perfect for books, so I made some artwork to go above it, and I brought a bunch of books down to the basement from upstairs for the boys to have a little reading zone.
Daddy? You do some building, little bean? What are you doing? You silly guy. You silly man. Good morning, sports fans. It is the Friday, a week before Christmas. So today is the 16th of December. Augie Bean went down for a nap. Felix is at daycare. Casper's at school. It's starting to sprinkle flurries outside. I've put out birdseed, which the squirrels are eating. I mean, they're not birds, but whatever. I did have a visit from a male and female cardinal pair. So I imagine it's my grandma coming to say Merry Christmas, which is really sweet. So yeah, Augie's down for a nap. I'm feeling a little bit better. Still a little bit like stuffed up, but it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Wherever you go, there you are. We are heading to the garage Peter brought down the stairs from the boys' room. So it's like the IKEA, like 3-tiered steps with the drawers in them. Because we're gonna move it to the basement for toy storage. I have the perfect spot down there, I think. I didn't actually measure anything, but it doesn't matter, it's going there anyways. So I'm going to go to the garage to sand it, just briefly, not like hardcore, and then I'm gonna prime it. Hopefully I can get it sanded and primed before Bean wakes up, though I was thinking I might bring it in here to prime it because it's warmer and it might dry faster. Thoughts? I don't know. Like, I could bring it down to the basement, but that might be a little tricksy. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out as we go, but step one, I gotta sand it. So I'm gonna go do that. No, I do not want to talk about the state of the garage. I have a bunch of stuff over here that needs to be donated. I have cardboard coming out the wazoo. Oh, and obviously Peter's been working on the, use your words, on the pantry. Obviously that's taken a bit of a back haul, but there's literally crap everywhere from him chopping and cutting, and he has a tendency when he's working on stuff to not put things away when he's done. So, yeah, super.
I had just enough sandpaper to go over the whole thing really quick, and I brought it downstairs.
So I managed to successfully get it downstairs by myself. Yes. I have Kilt's primer. I'm hoping, yeah, give it a good shake and a stir. I'm hoping I have enough in here to do the whole thing. I'm not doing the bottom because this is a rec room. It's gonna sit on the floor anyways. Whatever.
I was smart enough to ditch my hoodie this time around because it's my favorite one right now, and I didn't want to get paint on it. And as we all know, I'm a very messy painter. So I also got the entire thing primed. Again, didn't do the bottom because no one's going to see that part. The last little bit of priming I did do with Bean in my arms. And I believe this is later that night, possibly the next day. Who really knows at this point? Peter is building a Billy bookcase that my sister gave to us, and I am doing a first coat of the same paint color that's on the walls on this IKEA toy storage situation. Peter is going to end up piggybacking the cabinet that we used to have upstairs. If you haven't seen our sideboard video, go check that out. And he's doubling up the 2 Billy bookcases to have bigger storage in the alcove.
Hello.
It's
It's locked, Sue. It's locked. Can she do it with one hand? Hello.
Bonjour.
Oh. Oh my god. Okay, let's not do that. Probably let's not do that.
Okay, let's put the lock back on in there.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes we make, like my hair. Wow. Hold on, you need it on a clear background so you can see that undercut growing out life, man. Yeah, sometimes we make really great decisions. Today is not one of those days. New bookcase. Bookcase with doors. Old cabinet. Also, I don't know what happened. I think I've mentioned this with these splotches on the wall. But whatever, it's a chalkboard, kids will love it. And this has enough paint on it. I'm not painting any more coats. It has 2 good coats of the paint, the same color as the wall. And it is going to go right here. Peter's just got to move all that out of the way. I'm working on a stencil for a sign that's going to go in this general area. I don't know yet. But progress, and it's only a week till Christmas, so I mean, we're doing pretty good. Yes.
I used my Cricut to cut out the stencil out of the like Oracal brand masking stuff, and then I ended up just kind of like holding the space heater over it to shrink it and stick it better down to the wood. And yeah, then I did a thin coat of clear on all of the words. And once that was dry, I did a coat with white, the same white that we're using on the walls, currently called Mystery White. And this is how it turned out. And I think it looks fantastic. Peter ended up hanging it for me. Okay, December 19th, crunch time. I am now doing some fun stuff because I can't build the climber by myself. And I also can't hang anything on the walls yet because we have another project that's kind of in the works. So I am decorating the chalkboard wall and making a nice festive picture to surprise the boys with. I just looked up some ideas on Pinterest and then kind of mashed a few together. And what you see here isn't actually like what ends up as like the final design because Peter had to erase some of it to put up the chalkboard ledge. So then I just decided I didn't like it anyways and redid it. And the end result, I'm really happy with how it turned out. The plywood on the ceiling is just to help distribute the weight of the climber because it kind of goes in with tension. And you can see that we kind of moved it out or like more to the left. So it's more in line with the end of the chalkboard wall just so that they would have more space and it wouldn't be so close to my desk. It turned out so well. There was a little bit of finagling because the ceiling in our basement is apparently not level, like at all. So Peter ended up having to cut extra plywood to kind of thicken one area where one of the feet would attach, but it worked out. It was fine. And here I am just working away on my little chalkboard picture. And then I decided there wasn't enough kind of on the left-hand side. So yeah, we added more. I did a ginormous Christmas tree. It's still up right now. Felix is a big fan of rubbing his hands all over it, making a giant mess, and I don't even care. I don't even care. It turned out great. Eventually, I will wipe it all off and recondition the chalkboard wall and let the boys just kind of have at it. You can see the chalkboard ledge there at the bottom that Peter made. He put in with a couple like L brackets, so it's really stable, just in case anybody accidentally steps on it. And by anybody, I mostly mean Felix. And by accident, I mean it's probably not going to be an accident, like, at all. Here's some close-ups of my awesome chalkboard picture, my little Christmas banner, my little stockings and garland to top the mantle. Yep, Peter having a snack and building some stuff, working hard, making stuff happen. Couldn't have done it without him. And this is December the 21st. We did some work this night, I don't even remember, but this is the end of the night. We are just enjoying the fruits of our labor so far. It's coming together, which is good because it's almost Christmas Eve. Yep. Hello, friends. It is Christmas Eve. It is, oh God, what time is it? It's 9:30 on Christmas Eve. And I have to give major props to Papa Pete because he's been holding down the fort for the last like 2 days, yesterday and today, because I got hit with gastroenteritis. So I spent the last bit of Thursday night and most of Friday morning puking my brains out and other things. I'll leave that up to you. To the point where I had to go over to Emerge and I got a shot of Gravel. That didn't help much. And then I got some ondansetron. That did help. And then I came home at 5:30 in the morning in the middle of a snowstorm. And not like a snowstorm, but like a legit blizzard. Luckily, we live like a 2-minute drive from the hospital. And went straight upstairs to bed. And I slept most of Friday. And today was a little bit better. I managed to eat something today, so that was exciting. But it meant that we couldn't go to my in-laws for Christmas Eve celebrations, which is, they're Polish, so that's what they do. So we're hopefully going to postpone till Monday, if we're lucky. But I'm trying to look at the silver lining. It meant that we were home for Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve bedtime, which meant the boys got to put out their milk and cookies. They forgot to put out a carrot, but don't worry, Mom remembered. So there's a carrot on the front porch for Rudolph. And now we're just chilling. I have done so much laundry. I've stripped our bed. I stripped Augie's bed. Towels, face cloths, like everything you could think of. Pajamas, just literally everything has gone through the wash. And I cleaned the powder room and I cleaned our ensuite. Like I scrubbed the bejesus out of it.
I cleaned the shower, I cleaned the toilet, I cleaned the vanity, I cleaned the sinks once I was feeling well enough to do so, which meant after I'd eaten something, which meant today because this was the first day I've eaten something since Thursday night at dinner time, if you can count that, because it did not stay in my system. So I'm going to give you a quick run through of the basement so far. It is almost ready, which is good because it's Christmas Eve and it's 9:30 at night. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So the little book area, the IKEA toy storage, I did end up bringing books down and put the little car mat out. All of our regular stuff, the climber, you can see a little blue cloud kind of like up there at the top of the screen. Peter was painting that. And the sign got put up. Thank you, Peter. I'm going to give you a close-up of this awesome cloud shelf. This was made by our Uncle Bob. He's not really our uncle, but he's Uncle Bob to everybody. You know this. And Peter built the brackets and like the actual shelf part, and Uncle Bob cut out the cloud. It's got some holes in it. That's for an item that my parents got the boys. You can see the awesome Christmas tree. Look at all that snow in the window. Oh my goodness. The climber is up. It's ready to go. And we are getting ready to put the mats down on the floor for safety and open up the JOEY couch. Nice books out. Felix was really excited for his button books. And I got the tile mats there, those like foam tile mats put out. And this awesome JOEY couch. It is the JOEY2. It's a Canadian brand. It's made in Canada. It's a fort building couch. And now it is Christmas morning.
Happy Christmas, smash our butt. Happy first Christmas, Beans. Booger Bean. Happy first Christmas, Booger Beans. Ah. Look at all those boogies. That's not yours.
Whoa.
That's Felix's. Felix. Felix. Look at Mama. Hi. Happy Christmas.
Wait a second. Batman, let it go.
Water. Good boy.
That's so weird.
Weird and amazing.
Bean.
The nice list.
It's a letter from Santa.
Okay, I was checking the nice list, and my elves told me about the many challenges you boys had to get through this year. You listening? Stop playing with your stuff and come listen. Casper, I hope you are reading this out loud for your brothers who do not read yet. You were very brave and a big help to Mom when Felix had his operation and Dad had to stay with him at the hospital for a week. Felix, you worked hard to get better after your operation. You're understanding so many new words now with help from your big brother and Mom and Dad. Augie, you are growing every day. You learned to crawl and are almost ready to walk. Gentle hands, please. Gentle. Shimali, gentle. Thank you. Growing your baby teeth hurts a lot, and you're getting through it. This year, I decided to help your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa with a very special gift for you all to enjoy. It was too big to fit in a box, so the elves helped put it together one piece at a time. I made sure they were very quiet so they would not wake you up. The elves were here. Oh my goodness. Casper and Felix, you are both big enough to play with the gift now, but Augie needs some time to grow bigger. That means you have to watch out for Augie when you are all playing together. Felix might need some help too. I hope you enjoy. You right, Bean?
I hope you enjoy.
I hope you enjoy this special treat. I will be looking for your names on the nice list again next year. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Love, Santa Claus. P.S. It is in the basement. I guess so.
We have to go to the basement.
I think we might. Bean, you're like on a ship on
Arr,
stormy
baby.
seas.
Shiver me timbers.
Should we go investigate?
Yes.
Avasti, skizzard, gizzard.
Felix, we have to go downstairs. You love going
Oh my god, they're actually gonna let me go downstairs?
Oh, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Go down. Downstairs, Felix. Down.
Felix, let's go
Wrong
down.
way. Wait for us, please.
P.S.
Felix, let's go downstairs.
Felix,
Is he going up?
that is not down. Come on. Come on, come downstairs. Come on, let's go see the kitties. Let's go see what Santa did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, what's up?
Start the march.
See what he left us.
What?
Whoa, turn on the light. Turn on the light.
Turn it on. Are you
Complete with the Mona.
Are you kidding
And cat pukes.
me?
Oh,
And here.
okay.
Are you kidding me?
There's paper towel just up on my desk over there, look.
This is so cool.
Watch your head. Felix, leave Mummy's computer alone. Hey! What do you think?
Daddy.
There's Daddy, yeah.
There's Lysol wipes still down here.
No, I took them upstairs, sorry.
Seriously, cats? What is your...
Oh, because they keep eating the Christmas tree.
Mom, look.
Felix, stay here, please.
Mom, look.
But they have...
Whoa! Felix, you must touch.
Dad, look it.
Wow! How did you...
Hey, what does that sign say behind you? On the wall.
Best friend
Are? Best friends are we.
Best friends are we, my brother's best friend.
And me. Best friends are we, my brothers and me.
These are monkey bars. These are monkey bars, and I know how to get down.
Yeah?
Yeah, want to see?
I do.
So, it's not easy, but I know how to do it. So, Mom.
Felix, no touch.
Mom, so you do
No
that?
touch, Douche. Oh, jeepers.
Mom, so you do that,
Yeah?
and then I think you just get it back. This way,
Uh-huh.
like go this way.
Yeah, you can climb across and then go down that other ladder thing.
That's how you get down. I don't know if Felix knows how to actually
Just careful when you go down on that mat because Mona puked on it.
Yeah, I know where she puked on it.
Hey, you?
Your boobies!
Yeah, it's your books. So it is now the end of December. Obviously, the chalkboard has seen some things. We have a current fort build, and look at these awesome fiber optic, like light cables. They're 6.5 feet long. Peter's eventually going to put another cloud up on the wall so we can kind of like drape the cords there. And the boys love it. Augie really likes it. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It is a long one. I know it's super long. It's like 40 minutes. But guys, this was a process. This was a very long process. So thanks for sticking with me. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And stick around. Got more fun stuff coming.